What's happening, guys? A little rant here that I've spoken about before that is just kind of the ever-growing bus of everybody hopping on the bus towards mediocrity. What do I mean by that? You know how many strength coaches, independent strength coaches, tell me that their team or their athletes that they were training were told by their sport coach, you can't train at XYZ gym anymore. I don't want your legs to be tired. You get out too late. It's too much work for you. I don't know what kind of bullshit coaches are learning when they're in college. Did you learn in college that if an athlete works out once a week, that now his or her legs are gonna be too tired? I mean, kids used to work on farms, and shit, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of kids that work on farms before they go to school, then they go to school, then they go to practice. They find a way, while you weak-ass people out there are finding excuses. It's so weak. Sometimes I wonder, am I going to be the only parent in the world that when my kids are in high school, that I'm going to say, yes, you're training in season, and I'm not going to let your coach threaten us to stop training? Why would a coach say, you can't train over there, or the sport coach, don't pretend to be a strength coach? I'm sure people would be upset if I was pretending to be a doctor or a lawyer or pretending to be anything that I am not. If you are not an expert, I don't care what program you're copying off the internet, all right? Guess what? I am copying the 5-star chef's recipe for cooking steak. You want to come over and have that steak? I'm sure it's different at his restaurant. A squat is not a squat. Okay? I've got kids that tell me, you should see what's happening in our weight room. The kids put 405 on that bar, and then they do 2-inch knee bends, or they forget to put collars on the bar, and the weights fly off one side, and kids are almost getting killed. These are schools where parents are telling me, hey, my son is good. He's training at the high school weight room. So you know what? It comes down to this, the human food chain. Predator or prey. And some of you prefer to be prey. You're on the bus towards mediocrity. Mediocrity. You're looking to win the county fair. You're not looking to be tops or best. And I get it. A lot of people don't like that I'm speaking my mind or saying what it is, but this is the bottom line. Those of you that are threatening kids or pulling kids out of training with highly knowledgeable expert strength coaches, guess what you're doing? You're cheating the kids to feed your own ego, and that makes me sick. That is the weakest form of humanity, to be weak, to threaten other people out of your own ego. It's just pathetic. The kids don't get to go into a time machine to do this all over again because your ego interfered and said, nope, we train here. It bothers me to see a kid who works his ass off and then the coach says, you can't do it, you can't go over there. And that kid needs it, not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically. It's about the kids. And as a strength coach, this is bigger than any one strength and conditioning facility. It's about the kids all around the country and all around the world where sport coaches are barging in the way and saying, nah, we do this, we train together. Oh, we have that equipment. Good for you. Everybody's got a barbell, everybody's got whatever thing. But guess what? In the world of football, they've all got a football field. They all have coaches and a football. Well, all things being equal, why are certain kids winning? They're stronger, faster, tougher, and the coaches are better. Now, look at every Division I school. I don't want to say every, but in my experience, working at Lehigh, working at Rutgers, guess what? We train in season, and I'm always communicating with the head coaches, and they love it when their athletes are stronger, tougher, and faster. They don't want their kids missing. A year ago, a high school in South Carolina, certain areas in the country take their strength and conditioning seriously, but the high school football coach told me, if my kid misses weightlifting class that week, he does not play in the game. That's how important it is. There are certain places, certain states like Georgia, Texas, North and South Carolina, Florida, they are putting their investment into highly qualified strength coaches. I'm out here in New Jersey, and I hear a lot of this in the Northeast. It's really a shame. And you know what? When my kids are in high school, if their coach starts, threatening them, oh, you got to train with the team. Well, if my son or my daughter has to train with you, tell me how you're qualified. Tell me what makes you an expert. We had a kid here, the basketball coach said, you got to train with us. I told the dad, okay, you're not going to take a stand and say, well, I'm investing in my son. I can't because they're going to hold it against him. Okay, fine. Son comes back and his hamstrings are cramping up doing Bulgarian split squats. That's a warm-up exercise for us. So guess what happened? He didn't get stronger, he didn't get better, he got weaker. And if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So get on the bus towards excellence. I don't have time to be riding on the bus towards mediocrity with the coaches who just want to threaten kids. And it's like, you're being delusional. Drop into a lower division so you could win, against the podunk teams, the other teams that don't care. But the bottom line is this. Kids deserve the best, and if you're not giving them the best, then what are you doing to help them find the best? That's what a real coach does. He or she cares about the kids. You're not threatening the kids. And for those of you that do threaten the kids and you're pretending to be a strength coach, pat yourself on the shoulder because you just got biggest loser of the year award. It's weak and it's pathetic. The best teams are finding resources so they can complement one another to be stronger, to be better. They know, hey, I'm the expert in football, I'm the expert basketball, I'm the expert in whatever that skill, whatever that sports skill is. But if you're not the expert in strength and performance, then don't pretend to be. Don't pretend. No strength coaches are pretending to be a chef, a doctor, a lawyer, you name it. They're being strength coaches. They're staying in their lane. If people stayed in their lane and focused on being as great as they could be and living that truth, then the kids would be a lot better off. Haters are going to hate. Don't send me any hate mail. I ain't got time for it.